Hi, I'm Rob Clace from Progression, and today I want to talk to you about the number one bad habit that we see all the time with people learning to kite foil. So this might either be you're either learning to kite foil, or it might be a bad habit that you've stuck with you as you've now gone into being an intermediate kite foiler. And it really holds people back in the long run. It puts your body into a bad position, and it's something we really need to stop people doing. I see people doing it on the water and I'm like cringing, and I have to go up to people and say, look, please, let's work through this problem quickly. Can I just give you this one tip? So what is that? What is this thing that really screws up people's stances and makes it hard? Well, it is a very simple thing. It's something that in kiteboarding we do quite a lot. We don't worry about so much, even with beginners. And what is this big thing? Riding with one hand off the bar. It is a big no-no. No. We do not want to see people doing this when they're learning to foil. I'm going to show you some examples. I'm going to prove to you, hopefully, why this is just 100%. There is no reason why you should ever take your hands off the bar while you're learning to foil, until you get to a point where you're in control of the foil and the kite. Okay, so here's some shots that kind of like a good stance, riding along nicely. Now we can take the hands off the bar once you're good enough, and the positions that we might put them in are resting them on the sort of harness hook, or maybe we can put our hands on our thigh, but you can see the arm's nice and relaxed, the body is relaxed, the stance doesn't change as we move that hand around. The bad position is this arm stretched out that we see a lot of people doing. You either arm stretched out like that, or arm like sometimes in this kind of punchy position. And the reason people are doing this is they're trying to get balance. And it's because they're trying to ride their foil like they do their twin tip or surfboard. And that is kite a bit too low, lots of sideways power. They don't know how to balance out against that. So they want to lean back really hard, and as they lean back, they feel like it's not working. So they put this arm out to try and balance them and get more weight out. And in doing that, it causes a couple of things to happen. One, it's really hard to sheet in and out and control the kite in that sort of direction, so you end up just sheeting in loads, so your kite's just fully even more powered up, and you're not able to feather the kite, which we need to be doing. You've only got one hand on the bar, so you can't control it so easily, so generally the kite starts to drop, and you just lean back more, or you put all your weight onto your heels, you cant the board over, and you just start creeping upwind more and more, and generally what happens is people go like that, the kite starts dropping down, and eventually they fall in backwards and lose control. You have no finesse in your body position, your stance, when you're riding like this. And you open this body out like this, and you think, oh, it's nice, we're opening our body up. Actually what it's doing is we're riding along, this is how we want to be, but stance nice and straight, weights nicely over the front foot. As soon as we open our body up, generally what happens is our weight goes onto our back foot. So you can see like here, my weight's on my front foot, and as I open my body up, it's very easy to lean back and put all your weight onto your back foot. And obviously we all know we want to keep weight forwards when we're foiling. So, two hands on the bar. It's really as simple as that. And you might think, well, I have to take my hands off. We have this all the time in camps. We have our camps. We get clients coming on camps, and I would say on every camp we have, maybe 50% of people are at some point riding along with their hands off the bar. And we say to people, no, we're going to tell you, every time you see me, I'm going to be waving you with one hand and putting it on the bar. Whoop, whoop. We do this all the time, trying to tell people. And to start with, people hate it. They really don't want to do it. And they're like, no, but I like this. I can ride around. I feel comfortable. I'm going back and forth. Like, I'm not crashing. I don't want to change my stance. This works for me. But maybe they can't jibe, or they can't go that fast, and they basically hit this level where they're not really progressing. So we're like, look, we need to work on this, we need to work on it. And people resist, they really don't want to do it. They do not want to put that hand back on the bar. But the proof is in the pudding, and at the end of every day, we do our debriefs on our camps, and I can say this, hand on heart, 100% of the time. We go around the group and we say to people, tell us the best thing that happened to you today. And I can guarantee you, every single person that has been forced to do that over and over and over that day will say, number one thing, oh my God, having two hands on the bar here has just made things so much better. My stance is better, I'm in control, I was going faster, I could go into jives easier. just everything works better. So how are you going to make this change? You're not going to have me there nagging you, telling you continually, hey, back hand on the bar, hand on the bar. So you need to think about what you can do to stop yourself getting into this position. You're going in here generally because you've got too much power from the kite. Kite's got too low and you're trying to balance. So we're trying to stand upright over the board. We're not trying to lean back, and we're going to keep the kite nice and high. So however you get up and onto the board and you're up and riding, whether you're off the foil or you're on the foil, get the kite up. 11 o'clock. We want it nice and high in this top part of the window, okay? With the kite up high, you should now feel like you can keep both hands on the bar. This means you can sheet the bar in and out, sort of feather the power if you need to. And most importantly, is just think about keeping that weight over the front foot. So keep your legs bent. If you straighten the legs, weight goes onto your heels, arm goes out. Kite high, legs bent, keep your hands on the bar, and then you should be able to shift your weight around and keep it in the right position. One exception when foiling is when we're riding toe side. And when we're riding toe side and we're riding close to the wind, our bodies are twisted round. It's quite hard to keep two hands on the bar. So quite often we do need to ride with one hand off. We're not doing balancing. It's kind of relaxed and it's here, but there's a reason why we need it to open our body up. If you do need control, more control in the kite, then that's when you're riding toe side, you want to ride broader to start with. And that allows you to keep both hands on the kite. So we do have the Foiling Jibes toe side video, which will go through those two different stances, and you can see that when you're riding broad, you can keep both hands on the bar, and when you're riding tighter to the wind and you're going upwind on the foil, that's when you can take that hand off. So if you're having some issues with that, then maybe check out that video as well, and that might be helpful. And also for the intermediate and advanced riders who are watching this, I see actually people are riding around two-handed, quite comfortably cruising around, and then they're like, I'm gonna fang upwind now, go really, really fast. They go upwind and they drop that hand off and start doing this. Do you ever see a kite foil racer with one hand off the bar? Never. Always two hands on the bar. We need to be controlling that. We need to be keeping that stance and the weight in the right place. So when you're going upwind, it's another area where you can really focus on keeping two hands on the bar. And I can remember times when I'm riding along and in the past, and I take one hand off just to kind of chill and then be like, oh God, no, that's not working. I really need both hands on to be able to control that power. I hope that helps. I hope that you will go away now and you will try this out. You'll realize that you're doing it. Maybe you'd even know you're doing it. And it will start to have a big impact on your foiling. If you give it a go, I'd love it if you come back and add a comment, tell me how it worked. If you're struggling with it, if you're finding it really hard to remember to do it, or in doing it, it's causing some problems, get a video of yourself, post it in the comments, let's have a look, send it through to me directly. I'm more than happy to have a look and see if we can kind of work out what's going wrong and if there's some other issues that maybe you're having. And of course, we've got the Kite Foiling Volume 1 collection of videos. In this, we talk about this point, and I don't think I pushed it hard enough. That's why I want to make this video now, for people to realize it. And I see it in other videos of people trying to teach people to foil, and I see instructors doing it and taking that hand off, and it's just such a no-no. So, you know, go and review the videos. You'll see in there that we're really strict about keeping those hands on the bar for all the beginner level. Myself and Danny are running camps this year, so you can come on a camp and we can really help to get rid of that and many other bad habits that you might be picked up if you've learnt yourself. We do one-on-one coaching as well. We'll be running that in Portugal in the spring, through into the summer, and then through the summer we'll be doing it in the UK. But yeah, let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear what you think. If anyone's there going, no, this is a really good start, I want to take one hand off, I want to stick my arm out really, really far. If you're an instructor and you think this is something that is good for students to do, argue your case in the comments. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this, but for me, it's 100% no. We don't want to see people doing it. If you stop doing it, you will improve quicker, you will be a better kiteboarder, and that's all we want to see.